Welcome to SET Digital Roadshow third quarter 2023 performance review. This session will run about 45 minutes, including Q&A. Company will start the session by 30-minute presentation, followed by 15-minute Q&A. During Q&A, investors may leave your questions in meeting room chat box or you raise your hand function. We will open your microphone so you can ask the question to the company directly. May I now invite SCG Packaging Public Company Limited to start the presentation.
Okay, thank you. This is the digital roadshow for SCGP, and we'll cover the third quarter performance and also the first 9 months for us. Today we have our CFO, Kunanadet Kesuwan, with us, along with the whole IR team. So perhaps we can start with the quick recap on our third quarter results, and then we follow by Q&A sessions. With this, I will start with executive summaries. With this page, you can see the financial performance of our third quarter. And if you look on the year-on-year basis for revenue, EBITDA, and profit, it's actually a decrease, mainly from the factor that related to the packaging paper price and also pulp price in the market, globally and also regionally. That will be under also pressure with the slower economic growth in the macro level. The Q-on-Q movement for revenue, we have seen minus 2% Q-on-Q revenue. Mainly would be, of course, from the packaging paper price, especially in Indonesia, and also with the lower sales volume from pulp, especially during the slow season in textile and garment industry in the first half of the third quarter. EBITDA and profit has the minus 9% Q-on-Q. Mainly, as I mentioned, would be related to the Indonesia packaging paper operations and also the both pulp price and also pulp volume. Our team will give you more detail in terms of business unit later on in this presentation. Next. For segmentation of revenue, pie chart on the left-hand side, the part of the business that we focus on expansion would be the light blue part, the part that we call consumer packaging, consists of polymer packaging and box. Right now is altogether account for around 36% of our revenue. That's make us moving closer and closer to the proportion of packaging papers, which were affected by also the decrease in packaging paper price in the last 12 months as well. And as we go along to be closer to the consumer more and more, the portion of consumer packaging will be bigger. For fibrous business, we have seen a good expansion for another 3% to 19% of our total revenue. Mainly would be from the expansion of capacity in food service packaging, which we did in the middle of 2022. In the middle pie chart, the proportion of the sales that go to the rest of the world is actually bigger. That will be mainly for our higher export, especially to the high growth market, more and more, for one of which would be in India, for recycled paper and also for the packaging paper operations. Another part would be our export to the US, which is higher. Mainly will be food service packaging, also with the printing writing paper as well. But of course, if you look at the revenue in Southeast Asia, outside Thailand, especially Indonesia, that will be affected by the lower packaging paper price and also with demand during the time when there was a lockdown in China in the last 12 months. On the right-hand side, the pie chart, you will see that we still have a very solid revenue from consumer link industry, around 70%, half of which would be from food and beverage. Next. On macro situations, I will divide this into 3 parts. The first one, at the global level, we have seen improvement in inflations in the key economies. In the middle of all this tightening policy rate for the central bank in each countries. So that is actually good for the long run, because with the lower inflation, people would have more disposable income and also higher consumer spending going forward. But of course, this year we still have yet to see the full effect of the conflict that rise in Middle East. That is something that we need to monitor going forward. Second layer would be ASEAN. We have seen a sequential recovery of ASEAN domestic consumption, of course, supported by the recovery of tourism, especially in Thailand, Vietnam. F&B clients has been performing at a very healthy rate at the moment. And another point, which can be a positive point for us going forward, would be the fact that the export figures for both Thailand and Vietnam started to be improved in late third quarter and also in the beginning of the fourth quarter now. And at the China level, the PMI data in the third quarter has been only slightly improved. But people would also always ask us about the situation about import volume of packaging paper into the countries, in which at the end of September, the figures has been recovered to around 90% of the normal level. That would be at the pre-lockdown level. In terms of price in China for packaging paper, we have seen a drop in terms of price started in the third quarter of last year when they announced the lockdown. And then this decline price continue until the last month of third quarter and also the first month of fourth quarter that we started to see reversal movement in terms of price. We start to see the price increase in the last 2 months of around 9% at the end of August to now. So that is a positive sign for us. Next will be a detail for business unit. Please, Pananya.
Okay, we will start with the integrated packaging business first. That accounted around 75% of total revenue. So you will see in the third quarter registered at 23 billion Thai baht, which is slight decline Q on Q. And if you see on the right-hand side is the main positive, including for the downstream packaging, which is if you see in terms of polymer packaging, is driven growth by the food and beverage segment, which is come from the domestic consumption and also the export segment that start to recover. And also, if you see fiber packaging or box, it also have the same driver growth in a way of food and beverage. So, and also a consumer link segment as well. And if you see in terms of upstream part, we have seen very the domestic sales volume that improved in all operations, which is aligned to the ASEAN demand that start to recover. And also another factor is come from our effort that trying to maximize the profitability by to manage the portfolio in overall. But however, I think if you see in terms of regional packaging price is still weak. It remain as Khun Vikorn mentioned, and also especially in Indonesia market, which is normally you will see that this country, the industry export to China in the range of 30%. And for amid of the weak packaging paper price, you will see that it's decline in export portion in the country. So it lead to a stiffer competition in the domestic market and led to the lower packaging paper price amid the other countries. And if you see in the early of August, so you will see we have seen starting of the positive side of the packaging paper price, which align with the index price and also with the economy that start to recover. And also if you see in terms of EBITDA, registered at 3.6 billion Thai baht, which is EBITDA margin around 15%, which are similar to the previous quarters. And of course, the main thing is came from the domestic, the downstream packaging volume that improved a lot. And also the most important thing is we're trying to do like operational excellence that allow us to have the cost saving, especially for the key raw materials, especially recover paper and also the energy part. Also, another part is fiber business. So you will see that is the revenue registered at 6.1 billion Thai baht. slightly decline Q on Q. But if you see on the right-hand side is the main positive, it came from the food service packaging that improved Q on Q, which is come from the tourism segments that are starting to recover, and also in US market as well. During the summer season, the people going out to do activities, so that lead to increasing of packaging consumption. And another part is paper is quite maintained. You will see the sale volume improve like Q on Q, especially the specialty paper and paper for export. And if you see another part is pulp, is of course in the third quarter, you will see regional pulp prices decline. So at this point, our company so decided to do like major annual maintenance, which is already done in the last quarters. And if you see EBITDA, which is at 850 million Thai baht, which is you will see it's decline Q on Q, which mainly the expense that related to the maintenance that I mentioned already. And so the next page, you will see our solid balance sheet. You will see our leverage ratio. The ratio we have the 0.9 times. And also net debt to EBITDA at 1.9 times, which is similar to previous year. And for the cash on hand, right now we have 15 billion Thai baht, and the interest bearing debt at the 4%. Also, we have concluded 3 billion Thai baht for green loan, which is will be the funding to expedite the ESG project. And also, if you see on the right-hand side is the CapEx. In this year, we use around, in 9 months, we use around 5.3, which is, if you see in terms of the growth CapEx is around 1.5 billion Thai baht, which is might be a little bit lower than the previous time. But I would like to say that in many projects is ongoing, and is still that is still not have like reimbursement in this year. So anyway, I think the next page will be the our plan that want to summary in terms of our growth projects that more mainly will be come from the M&P and also the organic expansion that trying to serve the evolving need of consumers. So on the start with the organic expansion. Right now, we have the first project of flexible packaging that you will see that if you remember for the cyber print that we buy the asset last year, and then we extend and expand to the capacity. So right now, the key part, the maintenance, the major part of the machine is already done, and right now is ongoing for the printing process. And the second one will be the fiber packaging, which is the expansion of capacity in Thailand that is to serve the customer growth, especially in the consumer link segment. And another part is packaging material recycling business. This is part of the PERTE that they relocate the facility to be closer to the Rotterdam port. And right now it's already finished. And you will see that it allows us to double the capacity, sourcing capability to 2 million tonnage per year, and also allow us to have the competitive advantage in terms of transportation as well. And for the right-hand side, M&P part, we have the 3 projects in our pipeline. The first one would be the Star in Vietnam, which is right now is now almost done and is ongoing the process, the government process to authorize like the antitrust, and this is expected to complete within this year. And also another 2 recent M&P deals that announced on the end of last month. The first one would be the Lopin, which is based in UK, and also another one is Bicapa based in Italy. And this both of M&P already done, complete already, and so the detail will give to Khun Nipapan to explain.
In late October of this year, SCGP successfully finalized 2 M&P deals. The first one is the acquisitions of Lopin. SCGP takes 100% stake in Lopin, a prominent packaging solution provider based in UK. Lopin does not have own facility, but it can provide comprehensive services, including designs, printings, quality assurance through the international transportations with the network of accredited packaging manufacturers and suppliers. So this forward integration would enlarge SCGP sales channels and customer network, especially in the pet food industry in UK and across the Europe, because the Lawprint's main customers are in the pet food industry, which is a rapidly growing segment. These investments not only enable SCGP to have incremental access to existing and future clients of Lawprint, but also further enhance the synergies while cross-selling of SCGP consumer packaging products to Lawprint MNC client base. This investment was approximately 425 million baht. Next, the second deal, SCGP acquired 85% stake in Bicapa, a renowned medical supply and labware specializing in automated pipette tip productions based in Italy. As you may remember that SCGP have a medical supply and labware business in Delta Lab, Spain, and pipette tip is one of the key products with premium margin in Delta Lab portfolio. So this investment will strengthen Delta Lab capabilities through backward integrations with its primary suppliers. And this will enable Delta Lab to expand into the pipette tip business promptly, while also effectively access the know-how of conductive polymer injection for automated pipette tip and as one technology in operation. And another benefit will be to enhance the synergies while the sales expansions of Delta Lab to Bicapa's customer base. This investment was approximately 125 million baht, and the financial performance of these two deals was consolidated from November 2023. In terms of innovations, SCGP aims to continuously develop products and solutions with our own research development and innovation capabilities to serve the growing demand for sustainable packaging. And we also expand our eco-friendly product portfolio while collaboration with our customers. In the last quarters, we partner with the top Thai food producers to create a paper tray for chilled fresh meat, or we call fresh pack, which made from at least 80% renewable material. And this innovative packaging help remain strength of the packaging even in the wet condition. Another example is the fresh ready pack. This innovative packaging is for chilled ready meal, which can preserve the freshness and taste of food. In addition, SCGP joined hands with CP Food and SCGC to develop sustainable food packaging solutions. This shows our common sustainability goal to drive business toward ESG practice. On top of that, SCGP continue to promote our design potential. We achieved 3 awards from Thai Star Packaging Awards 2023. In terms of sustainability, in addition to our commitment to achieve net zero by 2050, we set science-based target for GHG emission reductions by 25% in 2030, comparing best years in 2020. And this year, we expect that we can reduce GHG emissions by 15%, which quite ahead of our initial target of 7.5%. This is attributed to our effort to reduce GHG emissions supported by AI technologies, enhancing operational efficiencies and energy consumption efficiencies. In addition, our portions of alternative fuels for the past 9 months is increased to 36%. In terms of ESG rating, SCGP can improve the rating in FTSE index to 4.1 score, and we achieved AAA ratings, the top score from SET ESG rating 2023. So this shows the commitment of our SCGP employees striving business for growth and sustainable development. Next, Khun Vikon will give you about the business outlook.
Thank you. So for the outlook for the rest of this year and also for next year, we run into two parts. The first one, internally, of course, we always trying to position ourselves to be able to improve our service level and strengthen our packaging solutions to offer to our growing customers, especially in F&B segment. One of the effort would be the fact that we try to develop all these new innovation together with them, with our customers, and hence we can expedite our progress. The second approach would be the fact that we always try to proactively manage our costs in raw materials, freight, and energies. This has been done via a very diversified sourcing model and also the synergy across the operations in the countries and also regionally. For this year, we also started to use the new technologies, artificial intelligence, to support the optimization of energies and steam usage in packaging papers productions. Of course, for the new capacity, the commercialization of our new consumer packaging plant in Thailand will be started in the beginning of next year. That will be a box plant. And we also just had this commissionings of our new sorting facilities of recycling business in the Netherlands that would allow us to double the size of our sourcing capacity on an annual basis. For external, we expect to see a sequential improvement of the domestic consumption in ASEAN that will continue to be a driver of the economy going forward, especially for the daily goods, daily consumed product. Interest rate in the region has been more or less stabilized, and we started to see some certain countries that start to reduce the policy rate. And hence, that would be good for the global trade activities and also the export from these regions going forward with the lower interest cost. For packaging paper, during the past 2-3 quarters, especially in Indonesia, the excess supply situation has been slowly improved. But nonetheless, we have seen that all these major players' utilization rate has been gradually increased in the last 3 quarters. And hence, that would be good for the dynamic of supply demand in this region. And also that will be aligned with the recovery of the packaging demand in in future quarter as well. So next will be key takeaway by Khun Danaidet. Thank you.
Yes. So in summary, we continue to focus on 3 fronts. The first one would be on operation excellence, that we try to improve our efficiency by using new technologies such as AI, as well as try to improve our competitiveness along the supply chain, for example, from recycling to paper making, as well as to containerboard and box to downstream. The second element will be on the ESG, where we continue to focus on sustainability, both in terms of sustainable packaging and as well as how to drive our operations toward net zero. And the third one would be in terms of continued growth. In this year, you have listened to our successful M&P. We have completed 2 with 1 to be complete within this year. And also we have some potential transaction, both organic and M&Ps in the pipeline for next year. So we continue our path along the operation excellence, ESG, and growth.
So if there is no questions, I'll perhaps touch on one more aspect of the business that people would always ask the detail from our IR team. That would be the future cost outlook on energies, raw materials, and also the freight rate.
I think in terms of the cost, you will see that I think overall right now is demand in the country is recovering, and of course in terms of ASEAN, and also in China, if you see in a way of the testliner prices right now is increased, improved early of October and until now. And for the cost recovered paper, we have seen some like sideways up or down, but in the range, in not much range in the term of volatilities. And also right now, in term of recovered paper, it will be like that. And another part is energy. Energy part, you will see that right now we are in the winter, right? And we have seen some slight improve, but it's not much in terms of the range or band. And right now we in terms of this years, we already locked in terms of volume and also in terms of price. And so we have seen some like benefits of course in terms of energy in the fourth quarters, and also we have locked some volume into the first quarter of next year, about the 30%. And this is I would say that overall in terms of cost is quite not much, quite stable.
As the last one, perhaps Khun Dai that can share with us on the plan for the growth strategy going forward, especially for M&P target.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so as if you have followed us from some for a while, you know that our growth plan includes both our organic expansion and also a merger and acquisition, or we call it merger and partnership, M&Ps. So we use both methods because we believe that in order to, for example, to build integration, better integration between upstream and downstream, we need to expand more into the box business, which we have quite substantial presence in Thailand, but we still need some more, for example, in Vietnam and Indonesia. So we are on the lookout and actually screening and doing some investigation, due diligence, and negotiations with one or two box manufacturers in Vietnam, Indonesia during this past year. And so we will continue to build our growth in the downstream business. Fiber packaging like box business in order to augment the integration level, increase integration level, make us more competitive. So that's one part of the potential transaction that could happen in the next year and two. Also, we are trying to expand more into the polymer packaging because we believe that in this part it gives us a better margin and more rooms for innovation, both in terms of the functionality of the packaging itself, as well as how to influence the sustainability use of materials like in polymer, such as the mono material and things like that, which we are good at. Particularly though that we are looking into is on the segment of healthcare labware, which you've seen that we try to enhance our competitiveness on expansion of Delta Lab in Spain, and potentially in the future expand more product portfolio as well as the production base in the ASEAN region. So those are the two key dimensions that we are growing. We've added some new business which augment to our value chain, like recycling business in the Netherlands, which we just doubled the capacity. That will be another areas of interest. However, we are focusing now on that part on the organic growth. Like we did in Netherlands, we also expand our recycling network in ASEAN through many recycling centers. So that's ongoing as well. So despite the capex in this year that is not very big, under 10 billion versus the budget of well doubling that, we believe that this will spill over into next year into more value accretive projects, both organic expansion and M&Ps. So we are looking at in the better capex next year. But with our low leverage, we believe that's not going to be a problem for our growth into the future.
So if that is the case, that will be conclusions of our meeting today. And we would like to thank all the participants for your interest in SCGP. And we hope to see you again in the next quarter. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The session has come to the end. Thank you very much, investors and corporate, for joining the conference. If you do need further detail, please feel free to drop us an email. Thank you very much. ขอบคุณครับ
ขอบคุณค่ะ